Hey guys, Brandon Wren here coming to you with another video. So I am still in my reviewing of the company called Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements, aka Phoenix Shaving. This is the maybe fourth video I've done on these products. I ordered a bunch of their different scents. You can get samples of their different scents. I ordered about 22 of them. So we're working our way through them. Each video I've been doing 3 to 5 cents per video because I wanted to get through them at a decent pace, but not too many at one time. This video, I'm going to be doing 4. And these are scents that, as I said in one of my last videos, if you watched one of my last videos, there were 13 out of the 22 that I 100% would buy again. Or buy in some other form, whether that be one of their soaps, the aftershave colognes, the standard cologne, or whatever, the deodorants. You can get all of these scents in all of their different products, their deodorants, their colognes, their shaving soaps, all of that. So that's really cool. So 13 out of the 22 I would 100% buy again in some form. The other 9, I don't know if I would buy again. Now, I'm definitely going to buy, they come in these little tubes. If you can see the little tube in there. These are the samples. All of the ones that I'm not going to buy again, I'm at least going to buy another one of these tubes and have a couple of these tubes on hand just to wear them from time to time, because all of these scents were super nice. They were great. It's just that some of them weren't the scent profiles that I necessarily gravitate towards, but they were all great. There was not one in there that I was like, I don't like the smell of this. There's just some that weren't up my alley, so to speak. So these are some of the ones that I ended up putting in that category of not going to purchase ever again, or probably not going to purchase ever again. The sad thing is some of these were the ones I was most excited about trying, and it's disappointing that some of these didn't end up being some of my favorites. I liked the graphics because they've got graphics and things for each one of these different scents on the bottles. They're really cool graphics. They're usually a 40s or 50s type sci-fi looking graphic, but they've all got these cool graphics. The names are really cool. They didn't pan out, and that's kind of sad. So we'll see what happens. But I'm just rambling now. Let's go ahead and get started with these so we can move through them. I've got my notes here with the scent profiles. The first one we're going to start out with is called Clown Fruit. What a name, Clown Fruit. So this one's kind of considered a fall scent. Some people don't feel it's a fall scent. It came out in the fall, and I think maybe that's why a lot of people consider it a fall scent. I would say it's a fall scent. It could definitely be a fall scent. It's more on the fruity side and fun side. It's not like smooth and warm like a lot of fall scents. It's a little more fruity. So I could see this being like a summer, late summer, or fall scent. But let's go ahead and jump into it here. I'll read you the scent profile. So Clown Fruit. The different ingredients or different scents within Clown Fruit is Artemisia, also known as wormwood. I've heard of wormwood, but I don't know it as Artemisia. Hungarian oak, elderflower, burnt sugar, tobacco absolute, and what they call fear absolute. I don't know if that's just supposed to be funny or if there's some ingredient that they have named fear absolute. It's just funny because this is a scary clown. This is not a nice clown. The graphic on the bottle is a pretty freaky looking clown, but this is Clown Fruit. So again, wormwood, Hungarian oak, elderflower, burnt sugar, tobacco absolute, and fear absolute. So let's jump into it real quick and describe what this smells like. So again, I'm going to take my wet wipe and wipe it down so we don't have any conflicting scents because I've been touching a lot of different scents. I'm going to have to use a new one because this is getting saturated. Let's open up this clown fruit and take a smell. Swirl it around a little. All right. Clown fruit. So as I've said in some of my past videos, if you've seen my past videos on these products from Phoenix Artisan, their samples are their aftershave colognes. So in some of these aftershave colognes, most aftershaves have some sort of astringent, sorry, I'm hiccuping, astringent in them, some stringent properties to them. They use some different alcohols like denatured alcohols and things like that. So not in all of these, but in a lot of these scents that you can get from them, because they are the aftershave cologne and not just the standard colognes, you get a little bit of that alcohol up front. So that can kind of blend in with the scent profile where it wouldn't with the general scent profile. But it doesn't really conflict too much. It's not very strong, but it is there. It's more prevalent in some of them you can't smell it at all. But once you get past that initial alcohol smell, you get the full scent profile and it's really nice. But just thought I'd throw that out there. All right, so the clown fruit. All right, that's got a very fruity note to it. It's like, man, you definitely get the burnt sugar. The elderflower, I think, is what I'm getting next. You get a little bit of that tobacco in there. It's like a sweet tobacco. This is a very sweet, very fruity scent. It's got a little bit of a bubble gumish, like, what kind of bubble gum? Not like a fruity bubble gum, like a, not really a juicy fruit, but maybe kind of along the lines of a juicy fruit. But it blends in nice with everything else. It's definitely got a warmness to it, so I see where they get the fall from, but it's the light side of fall. This could be a late summer fall scent for sure. But you definitely get that fruity scent. You get a little bit of the oaky and elderberry. Sure, that wormwood definitely comes through a little bit. The tobacco. It's a very, very nice scent. It's very well balanced. It's not too fruity. It's not too sweet. It's on the sweeter side of the scents, at least all the ones that I've tried from them. But it's nice. It's not overbearing. It's not too much. And once you put it on and it kind of dissipates and airs out, this could be super, super nice. I really like this. I don't know why this is in the column to never buy again. I really like this. Maybe I'm having second thoughts. Maybe I just need to go back and smell all of these. But that's clown fruit. But I would recommend that. I would definitely try that. Now, I don't remember if this is a seasonal. I know at one point this is a seasonal. I'm pretty sure this is a seasonal. I think you can only get this in the fall time, maybe through November. But I'm wanting to think that I saw something where this is something they have year round now. So I could be wrong. Go look on the website. I'll have to go take a second look myself. But clown fruit, I would say that's a good one. All right, number 2 is John From. This one was cool. This one's an old school kind of powdery aftershave, barbershop, old school smell. The graphic that is on the bottle from this one is like this old World War II era, like old Navy pilot or Army Air Corps pilot that's like flying in the South Pacific. He's got his, leather bomber jacket on. He's got those like leather caps they used to wear, and his goggles are pulled up on his head. It's just got a really cool graphic, but it's called John From, and I guess the guy in the picture is John From. But there again, it's that like 40s and 50s hatch print movie poster looking thing going on. But John Frum is Sicilian Cedrat, black pepper, sea salt, ambergris, royal Hawaiian sandalwood, kava kava, white musk, and animalistic musk. And that's John Frum. Now, I don't go full in depth with these. I don't explain what every single one of these. Some of these in all these scent profiles, some of these ingredients I don't know. A lot of them I do. But on their website, they give you basically like stories of all these scents, but they break it down into the scent profiles. It shows you what the scent profiles are, and then underneath that, a lot of times they'll tell you what each of those scents are and where they're derived from. So that's really cool. But I'm not going into all that because this video would just be way longer than it already is, and these videos have been way longer than I want them to be, and I keep rambling. This is why my videos are so long. But again, that's John Frum, Sicilian Cedrat, black pepper, sea salt, ambergris, royal Hawaiian sandalwood, kava kava, white musk, and animalistic musk. And this is an old school scent, supposed to be kind of a old barbershop, old aftershave cologne type scent. Let's go ahead and get a fresh wet wipe. Wipe down my fingers so they don't smell like clown fruit. I never thought I'd say that sentence. All right, John Frum. Let's open up John Frum and see what he smells like. This one's really on there. All right, here we go. Swirl it around. John Frum. All right. So this has some characteristics, and I can't name the specific ones, but this has some characteristics of some of their other scents. Of course, some of their scents have some of the same ingredients in them, so that may be what it is. This is a fairly musky scent, and it does have two different types of musk. So definitely getting the musk. This reminds me of something that would have been like on the shelf in the back bathroom closet of my grandparents' house that my grandfather bought and maybe wore a few times in his life and then put it up in there. We used to get his old aftershaves and colognes out and play with them because he didn't want most of them anymore. He had some that he bought and used and maybe didn't like, or I don't know. But this reminds me a lot of that. So definitely get the musks. You know, the sea salt and the black pepper. It's got a little bit of a like powdery, like a barbershop powder, talcum powder type smell. It's very faint, but it is in there. But fairly musky. It's a good scent. It's just not what I gravitate towards. I do like a lot of the old school scents, and I'm trying to kind of bring them back. And this company's trying to bring some of those back. But they're not necessarily for me. It's a good one. It's a good one. But it's just, it's something I might wear once or twice a year, just to be different. Like I said, it's a good scent. There's not a bad scent that I've had from this company. There's just some that are not for me. But it's definitely old school. That is old school. That is, you know, I'm going off to fight in France or the South Pacific. Very interesting. I like the name John Frum. It's just a made up name as far as I know. But that's just cool. It just kind of builds something around it, you know, it kind of gives you a story and a character to focus on. And this is what John Frum smelled like and things like that. But John Frum, go check it out. It's a cool one. These things are pretty inexpensive. You know, I got got 22 different samples for like 30 bucks. That was including shipping. So go try them out and see which ones you like. John From, very interesting. All right. Let's do this one next. All right, this is the one that started me off with this company. This is the first one I saw. I thought, that is the coolest looking name. And then I saw the graphics on the bottom. I was like, that is so cool. It got me into the company. I started looking around, and the rest is history. This was the scent that I wanted to start out with this company. And it's the first one I smelled when I got it. And it didn't hit me as much as I hoped it would. This is called Future Fiction. Such a cool name, Future Fiction. This has got, the notes in this are citrus, which consists of lemon, bergamot, and mandarin orange. That's the citrus portion. Then you've got white musk, Jamaican ginger, white pepper, Haitian vetiver, I like vetiver, Heba wood, honey amber, black sage, peppermint, and Jerusalem pine. That is a very long and very interesting scent profile. The peppermint and Jerusalem pine throw me off. I can see it, and I see what they're trying to do with it, and I think they achieved it. This is a really cool scent. I'm on the fence about it. It's one of those I might buy again, but I don't know. But I didn't like it as much as I thought I was going to. But let's go ahead and open it up here. Whew. Got so many scents going on, it's ridiculous. Let's go ahead and open it up and get into it, and I'll try to describe it for you. But Future Fiction, this is one that a lot of people talk about. I had high hopes for it. It wasn't as good as I hoped. And there again, for me, for what I gravitate towards, they're all great. All right, let's smell this. All right, so I will say I am liking this a little better, this next go round of smelling it. But it's still just a little too much for me. It's just a little too musky. But it's pretty fresh and clean. You definitely get the citrus. You definitely get the citrus in it, for sure. And these aren't like necessarily like fruity citruses like you would eat like a, citrus candy or something. These aren't super sweet citrusy. These are, like with like the orange, I would say it's probably like the orange peel or some of the oils from the orange peels. It's definitely got some sweetness, but it's not like candy sweet is basically what I'm trying to say. But you definitely get the citrus, which makes it nice. You get the citrus for sure, for sure. What else am I getting in there? Definitely the musks. A little bit of that white pepper for sure. I'm not really getting any peppermint, but I would say that there's not a lot of peppermint. It just probably in there just to add a little bit. And honestly, I'm not getting much of the pine, but I don't know what Jerusalem pine smells like, but I assume it's similar to a lot of other pines. Maybe once you put this on and it airs out, I would like it better. But it's just a little too perfumey for me. It's right on the line of being too perfumey. But it's nice and fresh. It's a very fresh scent. I would say this is more of a summertime or springtime scent. This doesn't hit me as a fall scent or a winter scent. It's clean. It's definitely got the musky. It's like this half is musky and this half is clean citrusy. It's a great scent. It's just not quite what I'm looking for. But definitely good scent. One of their more popular scents, though, so I may be in the minority. But that's Future Fiction. Just a cool one. All right, last but not least, this was another one that I was super excited about. The ones I was excited about the most were Future Fiction, the Coconut Oud, the this next one, the Clown Fruit I was real interested in, the Cavendish, and then the Doppelganger line. And if you watch my other video, the first video I did showed the 3 in the Doppelganger line, which are phenomenal. So go check that video out. This next one was one of the ones that I was most excited about. There's really cool story around this scent. This is part of history. This is just really cool backstory and stuff to this whole scent. So this next one is called Hotel Cecil. So if you've never heard of Hotel Cecil, or Cecil Hotel, it's also known as, Hotel Cecil was a hotel out in California. Now, I think it's right there somewhere in LA, but someone said it was San Francisco. I don't think that's the case. I'm pretty sure Hotel Cecil was LA, somewhere out in LA. I don't know if it's near Hollywood, but it's kind of got a just an interesting, what's the Tower of Terror? If you've ever been to Disney World, the Tower of Terror, the Hollywood Hotel, it's kind of got a similar vibe in the story of Hotel Cecil. So Hotel Cecil was a real hotel out in California. And some people have said it is the Hotel California. I don't think that's the case, but Hotel Cecil is supposedly somewhat haunted, and it was fairly haunted when it was open as a hotel. The hotel ended up closing a number of years ago and sat forever. And it was a hot spot for people coming in. And I think there was some of the Ghost Hunter videos that shot one of their episodes in the Hotel Cecil, if I'm not mistaken. But it's supposedly, fairly haunted, but it's just got such a cool aura about it. But anyway, they closed it down. And then the past couple years or so, they've opened it back up. But from what I understand, they've opened it back up as like apartment housing for people who are either homeless or on a fixed income, along those lines. And I think that's what they've done with it. They were planning on opening it back up and turning it into something fantastic, but it ended up morphing into this. And I think that's still the case of what it is. It's some sort of like hotel apartment type complex where, people on a fixed income, low income, or even to some degree, I think homeless people, they'll allow to come in there and for what they call moderate rent. But Hotel Cecil, back in the day, had a very distinct smell. And supposedly it smelled like this old product called Burma Shave, which they no longer make anymore to my knowledge. So the people from Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements, they wanted to take this and recreate this scent that you can't get anymore that was really popular and just kind of really famous in its own right. But Hotel Cecil supposedly smelled like Burma Shave. So that's where they got Hotel Cecil, and that's why they came out with this. So Hotel Cecil, the scent profile is talc, cardamom, vanilla, tonka bean, keflis, sandalwood, cedar, nutmeg, black pepper, oak wood, and oak moss. Um, this is a very old school smell. Burma Shave was an old shaving product. Um, it's got a somewhat powdery smell. This is like probably the definition of old school. Like, you know, your 40s, 50s, 30s, old school. This is kind of what you would think of. I like this scent, but there again, it's not something that I would gravitate towards, but because it is what it is, I will probably buy a bottle of this. Um, I just I like the name. I like the graphics they put on it. I like the story behind it. It's just kind of cool. Um, but the scent profile is just very interesting. It's got characteristics like John From, and a lot of these other old school barbershop smells that they've come up with. It's definitely got some characteristics of John From. Um, and it's got maybe some characteristics of Future Fiction, but definitely some characteristics of John From. It's got a very powdery, I don't want to say a baby powder, but definitely like a barbershop powder, talcum powder smell to it, which makes it nice and just real fresh. A little bit warm smelling. Man, yeah, the powdery smell and a little bit of the vanilla definitely comes through. The sandalwood, that tonka bean, hints of the black pepper. It's a nice smell, I gotta say. Still just a little too strong perfumey for me. I don't know what it is. But that's a lot of those old school scents. They just have that. It's one of those, a little would go a long way, but I enjoy this. I really enjoy this. It's nice. It's just, I don't know if it's something that I would want to wear all the time, but it's something that I wear on occasion. Somebody that's into old school scents is going to love this. The thing is, most people out there these days that aren't from the old school don't like a lot of this stuff. And I get it, but man, it's really well done. They really do so well with their scents and their scent profiles. There's not a bad one in the bunch. I'm liking these more than I'm going back and smelling them, but they're just nostalgic to me. This one's just really nice. It's just a really nice old school shaving barbershop type smell. But that's Hotel Cecil. Go try any of these out. Hotel Cecil, Future Fiction, Clown Fruit, and John From. They're great scents. You know, the three of them are definitely old school. Clown Fruit's a little bit more modern, a little bit more sweet. But great scents. Go try any of these out, guys. You may like them, but like I said, they've got these little sample bottles that you can buy. They're pretty inexpensive, and you can find what you want. They've got like 60 plus different scents that they have, and most all of them are their own creations. Some of them are some throwbacks of things you can't get anymore. They've got the Doppelganger line, which there's 3 in that line right now, and those are clones of expensive scents that cost a lot of money. One of them is Christian Dior's Sauvage. One of them is Creed Aventus. And the other one, which I don't think they make anymore, is Creed Royal Mayfair. And I love that one. That's my favorite in the Doppelganger line. Go check all those out, guys. I'm just passing 30 minutes and I didn't want to make it this long. But stay tuned for some more content. I feel like I was a little off focus in this video, and I apologize for that. I'm still working on getting my setup done here. I know I've got the shadow on my face from my ball cap. I'm working on getting my studio set back up so I have good lighting and good backdrop and all that stuff. It's getting there. But stay tuned for some more content. I'm going to be bringing you a lot of content, so stay tuned for all those videos. I appreciate you guys watching. Let's build this channel and get this stuff going. And yeah, we'll catch you next time.